said, I'll tell you all the story about the joker and the thief. I said, I'll tell you all about the joker and the thief in the night.
Dreary day in our nation's capital as we join you from Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And let's go ahead and keep this one simple. He had one of the most impressive rookie seasons in NFL history. A true dual-threat quarterback. He can beat you a variety of ways. Took his team to the conference championship last season, trying to take them to the Super Bowl in year 2.
Right to the air is Daniels. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And the defense closes quickly there. We'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw is Daniels. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Daniels looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Running the sweep with McLaurin.
And some space to move right away as he's all the way up to the 30.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Daniel's going to try to sneak, and he's going to have the Commanders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Zach Ertz, the man in motion.
And McLaurin, the motion man right.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Throwing now is Daniels.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the Commanders send out Matt Gay to try the field goal.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Now the third team in the last 3 years. You remember Denver, Pittsburgh, and now here in New York. He showed flashes of the vintage rush throughout the year in 2024 with the Steelers. Now he's looking to sustain those flashes for his new team in the Big Apple.
They'll start with a run by Tracy.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Wilson.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Giants. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And it's rushed.
There he goes left side. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Commanders 10, Giants nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
In motion left, Robinson.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Tracy. And he will have the Giants first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
2 yards. First down, New York.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll go again with Tracy.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Giants.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They run here with Singletary.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Marshawn Lattimore finding his way behind the line and to the football.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now it's Wilson.
He's got it. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. Debo going in motion left. Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Short throw here to the tight end Bates. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
And McLaurin, the motion man right. Here's Daniels. And that's into the hands of Eckler.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski.
The New York set to take the field. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Wilson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Tracy going to get it on first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Deron Payne who got in there to make the play.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Incomplete.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Daniels. It's caught by his running back, Austin Eckler. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
26-yard line.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. He'll take it inside the 25.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. This a 2nd and 8.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Dorrance Armstrong picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Looking to put a drive together. To the air goes Daniels. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll motion McLaurin left. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. It's Eckler again. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Commanders will line up.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
On the give, it's Tracy.
A beautiful fake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
First down, Giants.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Right back to Tracy. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Tracy trying the right side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here's Tracy. And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. On the run is Tracy. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's first and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Tracy. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Singletary, they'll go off the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
And it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's fourth down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. Daniels. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. Wide open receiver complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. It's certainly a quarterback who has the arm. He also has the legs, Charles.
And haven't we seen over time these quarterbacks just get more and more athletic as they go along? We're not just talking about guys who can throw the football and stay in the pocket, but when they run, they hurt the defense.
He hurt the defense right there. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Noah Brown, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. He made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And just shouting him off there. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but
Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
He finds Robinson. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Wilson. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. This is caught inside the 15. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now Wilson, eluding the pressure, and he will take it all in for a giant touchdown. Russell Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Gano now to add the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 5.
The first carry for Jeremy McNichols. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
But it looked like Washington got it back, and indeed they did. It remains Commanders football. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
So here we go. Wilson and the Giants down by 12. 2:12 to play.
They have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, but they also need 2 scores. They've got to go quick. Now Wilson. Catch made by Slayton.
Wilson's pass.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Open man, that's Malik Neighbors.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, they're not going to go quietly. That's a big play right there. 2 scores down. They're not out of this, but they've got to move.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10.
Again, Wilson. Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Now 1st and goal. Singletary is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Gano for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal, because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.